Thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to show you how to do a double portrait watercolor painting. You can see the materials that I use in the description. I would love to see how you do and give you my feedback. So if you can, come join me on Patreon and access my full learning center. This video is sponsored by enjoyingart brushes. These quality brushes give you a whole different experience in watercolor painting. Learn more and order yours today at enjoyingart.com brushes. Two things I want to talk about. One is the relation between the two peoples in the portrait painting. You're looking at the two faces. It's very much the same level, horizontal. I want to make some changes. I want to have the persons moving up a little bit on the left-hand side to see how that's going to change the dynamic of the painting. Second thing, I'm going to use the masking fluid to help to isolate some elements from the painting. Let's do a little sketching with watercolor. The main person is right over here, and the second person, I'm going to have it just a little bit higher. In that case, I'm going to move this head over here, and this head is going to moving down like here. Now I'm going to make a little bit mark right here. Here we go. Right over here, and then I'm going to make a mark on this head. Okay, I'm going to put that right here, like this. Okay. The first thing first, get the ideas. I'm going to have the little blue color, like that. Okay, here we go. And this face need to be go a little bit more to the left side. Is maybe a little bit like this. Okay. Instead of using the graphite pencil to do drawings, I more and more prefer to use the watercolor, the light watercolor paint. Okay. Now I'm going to continue. And if I have the face a little bit lower like this, I think I'm going to have this head a little bit even higher right there. So a little bit more different from here. Okay, this is good. I'm going to take a look at the hand for her over here. I'm going to take a look at his hand down over here. Like that. Okay, and the hand on the left hand side right here, like this. Okay, so looking a little bit farther, and then we're going to divide the proportion. Okay, and then the skirt will come down all the way here, right there. This is good, and like that, the waist right over here, the hip, and take a look on this side. She's just a little bit smaller than her over here. Now I'm going to take a look at, and I'm going to have the hand. It's going to be right here. Right there. That's good. So now we will define the landmark, the important area. That's good. And the elbow would be there, like that. Okay, now this hand, and take a look at, if we're going to define, let's take a look. So this is pretty good, a little bit smaller, but we want to think about whether or not we want to have them a little bit closer. Okay, we want them a little bit closer. We have to do it now instead of later, right? So let's think about, are we going to have her a little bit closer over, even a little bit overlap, and maybe slightly a little bit closer. Okay, that's a very good, important decision we have to make. So that is good, and come a little bit closer. So this is her face right here. Okay, like that. And coming down here, and the neck down this way. So this is good. All right, I'm gonna have I think this is pretty good. The dynamic is strong enough. Okay. Now I'm going to take a look at if the hand over here, and I'm going to move the hand a little bit closer. Like that. Here you go. That's pretty good. And this hand in the shadow side. Okay, like that. Alright, this is good. And in that case, we're going to take a look at from the top of the head to the bottom of the hand is about, I'm going to take a look at 1, 2, is about a little bit more than 1/3. So I'm going to take a look at that. That's about right. That's 1, 2, and 3. So this is will be the chin. Okay, this is good. Have a little bit darker right over here. This is good. That's a good mark. Now we know the proportion of the face. Now I'm gonna have the shoulder coming down right here like that, and the arm coming down here. This is good. That's the arm. Okay, and need to become a little bit closer. This is good. Like that. Leave a little negative shape like a triangle. Very good. And I can have the shoulder a little bit lower, more relaxing. Like that. I'm gonna have that a little bit clear. Well, spend enough time in the composition. Okay, it's not something that you want to overlook. It's very important how you arrange all the elements. Okay, no worry about the outside. It's going to be darker than the line that you're laying there. I'm going to mix the little bit more brown color. Continue the drawing. Okay, this is good. Let's take a look at this person. The face, I'm going to move it a little bit toward the left side, right here. And take a look at from the top to the hand. 1, 2, it's about 3, a little bit smaller than 3. So if the hand, I'm putting it here, and 1, 2, 3, a little bit smaller than 3rd. Okay, 1. So the chin would be here for her. Then here we go. The ear could be right here, and the ear, the bottom of the ear right there. And then the neck coming down right in here, down over here. That's good. And then the shoulder like that. Okay, slowly. If you think this project may be a little bit too complicated to move forward, it's okay. And then the arm coming down all the way here, the elbow. Okay, like that. You can just use a portion of this to do study. Okay, here you go. That's good. And then the shoulder a little bit higher by using the angular measurement compared to the chin, like that. So this shoulder can actually go all the way to this side, like that, connect to the other shoulder. This is good. And maybe just slightly a little bit lower, right there. That's good. And come down over here all the way. That's good. And then coming over so that the hand should be right in this position, like that. Okay, that's good. A little bit warmer. That's just good. Right there, like that. That's just pretty good. And right, coming here, and the knuckle coming out a little bit. So this is good. And this hand can come down a little bit, like that. Here you go. Take a look at all the way over here. that's a little bit better. Now here we go. Coming over here like that. Don't be afraid of it. Be fearless. Okay, just paint. And then the side of the body, this is pretty good. Coming down over here. And then the dress coming down like this. This is good. And on this side too. Okay, that's good. The top of the dress, the front, that's good right there. Okay, that's pretty good. Now we already know the proportion, and the dress has become a lot more simple, and it's the fun part. I'm gonna have this come out in the back as well. This is pretty good, like that. Okay, let's take a look at the shoulder. If we define the shoulder over here on this side and the other side and move over like this, you can see the shoulder on this side right here. And then coming down here. Okay, here you go. And curve a little bit and come all the way over here. There, here you go. That's good. And the arm a little bit smaller. There, here we go. Like that. And so this hand needs to come up here. That's good. Continue with that. Okay, this is good. Okay, that's good. And okay, so this hand to move a little bit more to the left side. Here you go, that's the finger. And you can see the shadow, but a little bit too early to define the shadow at this step. Just a little bit patient. Just keep going. This is good. This is the whisk. And there's a little shadow over here. And here you go. That is good. Now we already know the whole movement between these two. I'm going to have this skirt coming down over here, connect to the shoulder over here. This is pretty good. I'm going to have this coming out. I'm going to have this even more coming out, a little bit more like that. And make it even more interesting by exaggerate the shape. Like that. Like this. This is good. Wonderful. And after you have that, I'm going to take a look at this ear. Looks a little bit too high, so we're going to move it down a little bit. But how low they're supposed to be, and I'm going to take a look at their proportion. It looks like the eyebrow a little bit higher than one does. So I'm going to put the line for the eyebrow. Okay, and the nose. And then the chin. Okay, the chin have a little bit more. So this is the nostril. Here you go, like that. So find that location. The eye would be here. Okay, right here. And think about the angle that the eye over here, right here. Here you go, the shadow over there. The eyebrow will be here. So see this angle over. So this the ear need to be just slightly a little bit lower, not too much low. So right here, and then the nose coming all the way over here. So the bottom of the ear could be right here, like that. So they're a little bit better. Now, making sure that align into the movement of this curve. So this eye over here can go down a little bit, and then the enforce that come down a little bit. No worry. This eye actually in the shadow. Okay. Now take a look at over here. Make it a little bit softer into that, and the left side of the it will be using the shadow of the cheek over here, and showing that. This is good. Now coming down over here, and a little bit more red. Now take a look at the mouth. Like, look at this, it's very, very close. That's good. The little shadow on the side over here, we're gonna also define the shadow on the nose, like this. Okay, that's just good. Right there. Just give a little bit shape. That's just good. I'm gonna have a little bit red. Not too much, just very light. And take a look at the mouth, the lower upper lip, right over here, the corner of the mouth, right there, and the lower lip, right here. And we're gonna leave the highlight on the lower lip. So only gonna paint it into the shadow area. Okay, here you go, on the left hand side. Okay, this is good. And all right, this is pretty good. Take a look at the shape of the chin on the outside. Need to come in a little bit more right there. Okay, this is pretty good. The shadow, you can see the shadow on the chin. Here you go, like that. All right, that's good. That's enough space. That's pretty good. And why don't I just also gonna have a little bit shade into the shadow on the face right here. You see that? That's the shadow. Okay, this still only the drawing. Okay, here you go. Need the whole shadow. Here you go, like that. Going over here, have a little bit red into the shadow over here as well. Okay, here you go, like that. Coming here. That's just good. All right, now I'm gonna remove some of the other colors, but right now it's good. On the face, on this face, I'm gonna also going into take a look at the shadow right here. Look at the whole shadow on the forehead right there, and then coming down, and I'm going to look at the nose right here. This is good, like that. Now I'm gonna have a little bit red into the face area. Here you go, have it coming closer. I'm gonna do a little bit more shadow a little bit later. Okay, this is very cute. And coming here like that on the chin. Look at the whole shadow side, very important. Now I'm gonna have that a little bit red color. So actually a little bit darker, a little bit red with this, and for the shape of the mouth. Okay, I'm gonna do that right in here, looking at the shape. Do it like that, a little bit shape, this is good. And eye over here, just put a little bit darker area over there. I'm gonna make it a little bit smoother. That's just good. That's good. And all right, I'm gonna on the left hand side over here, and take a look at this side. Look at the shadow. Okay, it's a very important technique and skill set to be able to focus on the shadow. Okay, look at it, just the shadow. Okay, this is good, like that. And I'm gonna have this a little bit softer all the way over here. So just use here you go, just use the water to connect that down over here. Don't get it too low. Okay, the next thing is very, very important. We're going to place the shapes of those this shape of those white bar. Okay, right here, there's one, and there's another shape over here, and we're seeing all the shapes. But before we doing those shapes, and we want to erase some of the marks, so I'm going to use the flat brush on the forehead over here. I'm going to erase that by 45 degree, okay, to the paper. Now you can softening. That's good. Now make it a little bit lighter. And this is pretty good. That's very easy. Use the water, just like the eraser. The hands over here, this is fine. I'm going to use this, make this line a little bit softer. 45, 50 degree to the paper. So make it a little bit softer. This is good. You see how easy to just erase it. And at the end, you don't have the pencil mark. And that's just very good. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use the masking to isolate the shape of the white balls. I'm going to use the soap bar to prepare my brush. Just have the soap get inside the brush. That's just good. Like that. Now I'm going to dip my brush into the masking fluid. Here you go. Now I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to have this to draw the circle. It's a little bit faster. And I'm going to have this one right here. And I'm going to have this one a little bit higher. So not really at the same level. Here you go. Now I'm going to have next one overlap a little bit. Right there. That's good. I'm going to have this one right here. Okay. That's good. This one right here, the one right next to it. Keep going. There's one over here. There are three of them like together. And there's one right next to it. And there's another one right in the middle over here. Okay. Very well. And now coming over here. There's one over here. And some smaller. Some and then bigger. And here you go. There's one over here. Dip a little bit. Okay. That's one over here. And that's one over here. And I'm going to have this another one. Keep going. Look at them. One by one. And I'm going to have one over here over her shoulder. So get a little bit overlapping. And I'm going to have this one right here. And I'm going to have one here. Okay. And then another one over here. Still, I want to show a little bit of the shoulder. So I'm going to have that one over here. Now going to be too high, so it's going to keep it like that. And maybe it's going to too much overlapping with her head. This, so I'm going to take a look at this. Is good for this girl, and I may also want to have the line coming down. So I'm going to actually draw the line all the way into this hand. So like this. I'm going to draw the line all the way in here. This is good. Like that. And a little line over here. Draw a little line like that. This is good. And coming all the way into here. That's good. There's another line over here. All the way coming down over here. This is good. Okay, like this. That's good. And another line connected to the hand. Another line over here like that. That's just good. Keep going. And a little bit over here. That's good. All right. Another line like that. Is try to separate some elements that can be standalone. And now I'm gonna coming over here. Take a look at this. I'm going to have this circle over here, another circle over here, another circle on the neck over here. There's another circle on the top over here, and another one on the side over here. And here you go, keep going. And then make your painting process a lot easier by make a whole part of the painting become another process. You separate it into two different process and layers. Okay, that's good. So I can just paint onto the body and the figure. Okay, this is good. Have that right here, and then there's one on the shoulder over here. Here you go. Make sure it's thick enough. And there's another one here. And another one over here. Okay, here you go. Like that. Another one over here. Looking at the whole painting. Whether or not that should be, that element should be in that location. So you decide. Okay, it's good. I'm gonna have this line all the way, connect that over. That's good. I'm gonna have the line over here, connect that over, and continue, and all the way into this hand. That's good, like that. And take a look at this stick. Can be all the way coming down over here, like that. This is good. I'm gonna have this stick coming over from here all the way, like this. This is pretty good. Very well. And I'm gonna also have a little line like this. That's good, since I have this masking. And I'm gonna have a little line like that coming up all the way to the other side. Okay, that's good. And this will be fine so far. I think this is pretty good. I'll be able to isolate those white ball, so become the process that I would do that separately after the painting. Okay, here you go. I'm gonna have one more ball over here. Okay, that's good, like that. Making sure it's thick enough, otherwise it would be seeing through. That's pretty good. And I'm going to wash my brush with water. And now it's very easy cleaning. And now the brush is not getting damaged. Now change the water, and I'm gonna wait until this dries before I'm going to do the painting. The masking's already completely dry. Now I'm gonna start from the background. Okay, I'm gonna start from very, very dark. So I'm gonna take the pleasant blue, a little bit more. I'm gonna get much darker. Start from. Get a little bit water and a lot more paint. Okay, this is good. Let's start with this. Get a little red. Okay, that's very good. I'm going to start from right from the top over here. Okay, I need a lot more paint. Get a lot more red. A lot more blue. Okay, again, start over here. I'm gonna start over here coming down. Okay, a lot more. I'm gonna have this lot more pigment. Okay, darker. That's just good. Okay, again, Okay, this is pretty good. Now I'm gonna coming down over here. Take a look at the edge. Take a look at the forehead. Since the masking, we don't need to worry too much about those round shapes. So I'm going to just have this coming all the way down, just painting normally how we were going to paint. That's the ear right over here, so we can focus on only one thing. Now I'm going to have the calligraphy brush, and I'm going to coming over here just to lead some of the narrow gap shape coming in here. Okay, like that. Some hair coming up is easier this way. Okay, this is good. And the hair is even darker then. So I'm gonna just lead the color in here. Okay, that's good. Like that. Have a little bit more in. Okay, this is pretty good. Now, quickly coming back to the large brush. Okay, again, coming over here, take a look at the forehead. Very, very important. Look at the outside shape. This is good. Coming on to this side. Wonderful. Now I'm going to continue coming down over here. And then I'm going to change it to a little bit brighter blue colors. So here we go. Now take a look on this side. And the hair, the edge of the hair also a little bit darker. So I'm going to have that connect to, and look at the ear. The location of the ear. This is good. Like that. Right from here. Just let you only focus on what is very essential. Okay, that's good. Look at the bottom of the ear. Look at that. Coming down over here. Look at the angle. Beautiful. Now just focusing on the shoulder. Like that. This is good. Okay. Alright. This is good. Coming over here. Take a look on this side. And take a look at the edge of the face. The eye over here. Look for that carefully. Okay, now the cheek. Coming in a little bit more. Don't worry. Focus. Be focused. Okay, coming down. This is good. Now coming in slightly. Like that. That's good. Like that. That's wonderful. Now I'm going to come into the shoulder. Coming all the way a little bit more in over here. Look at that. A little bit more in. That's good. Now the shoulder. Now take a look. Only pay attention to the edge. So now I'm going to use the calligraphy brush to lead that in here. That's good. Like that. Wonderful. Now this is good. Now I'm going to continue coming into that's good. Like that. Now I'm going to changing some color. Now I'm going to just clean the brush. Now I'm just going to use the blue color. I'm going to use this red shade blue color. I'm going to change a little bit. So I'm going to change that right in here. Okay, coming down over here. Here you go. Take a look at the neckline. like this. This is good. Okay, wonderful. And coming over. That's good. Take a look at the front of this face. Very, very important. Pay full attention to that. Okay, right here, coming down and coming in a little bit. Okay. And then coming out. Look at it again. I want to change that. Just calligraphy brush. Get a little bit water. Okay, a little bit more. Now I want to take a look at. Make sure it is. If we can make it more accurate at this point. That's good. Coming in a little bit. Okay, that's good. Coming in, then coming out. This is good. Now, coming over to the neck. Okay, that's good. Now I'm gonna get a lot more paint. And look at that, the shoulder. Even, I think the shoulder. This is pretty good, the shoulder. And okay, this is good. Now coming down all the way here. Take more paint. Okay, coming all the way down over here. Look at the shoulder. Mostly already covered by the white ball. Okay, but it's okay. It's coming all the way down over here. And careful. This is good. Like that. This is great. I'm gonna also have a little bit blue color over here too. Gonna get a little bit more blue right in here. Look at it again. Okay, that's good. So this color, make it a little bit brighter. Right over here. This is good. Now coming down over here. And that would be wonderful. There's the, look at this triangle. Okay, that's good. Okay. And this edges is very important. So I'm gonna be able to refine the edges really quickly. Now coming on to this side. And I'm gonna get a little bit more water. Now here you go. I don't have to describe that very, very clearly in the background. So I'm gonna just, okay, here we go. Look at it again. Okay, that's good. Like that. And coming down, take a look at it. And this coming in a little bit more. Okay, that's good. Like that. All right. I'm gonna have a little bit blue, a little bit brighter blue color coming over here. Now, next thing I'm gonna fine tune a little bit about the edges of the skirt. Like that. That's good. And coming down over here, a little bit darker again. Okay, that's good. Okay, mix a little bit more blue. Change back to this Prussian blue over here. Okay, that's good. Like that. This is good. I'm gonna make it a little bit darker down over here. Okay, tap a little color in. This is good. Now the whole background looks pretty good. After you dry, if you want it to be darker, you can make it even darker over there. So let's take a look at some of the edges over here, and I'm gonna just clean the brush over here. Adjust the water. I'm just going to lead a little bit in over here. Make a little bit, feel a little bit softer. Okay, just a little bit softer, like that. Do that wet into wet. This a little bit softer coming in over here, like that. This is good. Now I'm going to take a little color at the bottom over here also. Lead a little bit feeling of the transparency. That's good, like that. When it's just wet into wet, it would work a little bit easy. Okay, gonna get, here we go. I'm gonna have a little bit soft, like this. This is good. Okay, a little bit shadow over there. Okay, this is pretty nice. Now, when we're looking at this, a little bit softer, like a little bit in and out, a little bit more. Just also keep a little bit light shape as well. So I'm going to continue onto this side. I'm going to have a little bit feeling of transparency. That's good over here, and that's good, like this. And on the edge over there, I'm going to change that. Okay, keep focusing on the thing that is very crucial, essential right now. Okay, this is pretty good. I'm going to, this is still a little bit too wet, so I'm not going to touching that right now. So, by the edge over here, and make sure it's getting dry already. I'm going to get that a little bit, the red shade blue color, and have that connected into here. So this is good, like that. And fine tune the elbow right there. This is good. Now coming in a little bit, and also the edge over here coming in a little bit. It's still a little wet. This is good. Now I have this come down a little bit. This, like this. That's good. A little bit soft edge. Okay, use the corner of that, and making sure it's, that's good. A little bit over here, making sure it's not very, very, very dark. Okay, make sure you still feel a little bit. This good, right? Okay, this is good. I'm gonna have some line like this coming down. Just focus on some of the light shape. I want to make sure it's leave it there. Yeah, and here you go, like here. That's good. And now coming back over here, it have a little bit greenish color, so I'm gonna take a little yellow. You see how it's easy that just the three primary color. Simple. A little bit red, so make the green is not really so bright. Get a little bit yellow. Okay, this is good, like that. And take a look at the edge over here, one thing at a time. Just use the brush here, left to the right. Notice the curve of the arm, like that. That's good. All right, a little bit softer, right over there. This is good. Yeah, I'm gonna come back here, use a little bit of the blue color. Dissolve that. I'm gonna have the blue color coming in over here like this. This is good. Okay, and now I'm gonna change it to the calligraphy brush pretty soon, but still a little bit wet over here, so I'm going to just make this a little bit lighter. So I'm going to lift it up a little bit. So keep the soft edge, but I want to have also the feeling of something like unclear. I'm going to have this come out a little bit more, like that. Okay, a little bit lighter right here. Just using this flat brush, just lift up a little color. But at the same time, I'm going to keep it feeling a little bit translucent. Okay, that's good. Like that. Without breaking the feeling of the soft background. Okay, I'm going to have it coming out a little bit more, like lift a little bit more like this. That's good. So I like this feeling of the unclear on the edge over here, and maybe I'm gonna have this edge come out a little bit more, a little bit soft like that. This is good. Okay, that's just good. I like that. I'm gonna have this even come out a little bit more. That's just good. Okay, maybe over here too. Come out a little bit. Like that. This is good. Alright, now I'm going to change to my calligraphy brush. Now coming back over here, and need to do something a little bit darker right here. From the hand over here, this is the little bit darker color. Look at that bigger shape before the smaller shape. This is good. Like this. That's pretty good. And like this. This is good. I'm going to have the shadow coming out over here. Okay, a little bit more. Look at that again. This is the shape, the shadow shape of the skirt. Like that. It's good. On this side, I have a little bit red star over here, so I'm going to have a little red. Notice how the color change. Okay, there's a little red. Okay, maybe too much red, but the value need to be a little bit darker, so I need to have a little bit blue in it. Otherwise, it's just going to be too light. Okay, that's just good. And I'm going to have a little bit blue. Just a little bit blue. Want to get a little bit away. You got, that's good. Alright. Like this. That's just good. So make this a little bit separate from the next skirt. Okay, I'm going to tap this a little color over here. A little bit red over here too. Okay. Not really feeling too sudden. Okay, this is good. Now the bottom over here, always have a little bit more blue when it gets a little bit away from the top. Here you go. Like that too. Okay, this a little bit softer. Like that. So I'm gonna have the little bit dry brush. Just a little blue color like this. That's good. Like that. And now quickly coming back here to her body, and this very much the color that I want right here. That's good. Well, they have this color in, and here you go. That's just the shadow area coming over here. Now coming on to the other side, I need to be darker, so I'm gonna have that light color for here first. Look at the thumb right over there, and this is very light. I see the shape of the thumb can be a little bit lower. That's okay. Like that. Coming down over here. Look at that, coming down a little bit more. Okay, this is good. Now I use this color to make it a little bit lighter. Okay, this is good. So that should be okay. That shape okay over here. Now set this whole area a little bit wet so I can have, actually on this side have a little bit more red. So I'm going to get a little red over here. And I'm going to put the little red color in here. Okay, now this is good. I'm going to take a little bit darker onto this side. Here you go. Now the outside is already dry, so it's not going to be affect that much. So after we paint the background and painting the dark color of the skirt, and we're going to see how dark the skin tone is supposed to be, much easier. So now I'm going to mix the color a little bit more. Red and the blue, and more blue, and get a little yellow. Okay, here you go. Now this is a little bit more greenish color. Okay, here you go. Just tap on it. Okay, that's good. A little bit darker at the bottom over here, a little bit darker too. Looking at that, that's good. Over here, a little bit darker too. And we can come back to do the little bit more shape, like some of the lines. So I'm going to take a look at this. I can remove a little color over here. Yeah, this is good. Keep a little bit lighter, and we'll come back to give a little detail a little bit later. Okay, this is good. On this side, I'm going to have this a little bit softer, coming out a little bit reflection over here. That's good. Like that, a little bit softer. Here you go. Okay, that's very nice. Now I'm gonna have just use this color, give a little bit detail, a little bit shape over here. Okay, from here. Here you go. And like this. Nice. And the bottom over here, also give it a little bit shadow. Okay, here you go, like right here. And also give a little bit shape over here too. Okay, looking at the big shape, the outside shape, and we're gonna do that a little bit later inside. Okay, here you go. I'm gonna have that a little bit later. I'm gonna just use this a little shape to describe the fold. Okay, here you go, like this, and a little bit blue right here, a little bit fold, like that. Okay, this is good. Now I'm gonna coming onto the back over here. Now I'm gonna take a look at a little bit blue color, like that. Okay, doesn't need to be very, very dark, but there's a little suggestions to showing the little fold very nicely. Okay, here you go. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna have a little bit more of this blue color right here. And see that? That's very nice. Just sometimes less is more. That's good. That's good. Okay. A little bit blue coming over here too. That's good. Okay, I'm gonna make this a little bit, break a little bit. So this is good. I'm gonna have that a little bit softer, like that. And this doesn't need to be so light. I want this a little bit more blur. Okay, a part of the shadow. Okay, that's good. Like that is make it less better. Now we're gonna switch the attention onto this side. Look at this girl, and I'm gonna looking at that. After I have to paint that with the face, starting from the face, and probably better this way, like all connected, a soft color. And I'm gonna looking at the forehead, start from, and I have a little bit red. Start from forehead right here. Okay, little bit color right over there. That's good. And okay, right on the eye over here. That's good. Okay, and on this side. Okay, that's good. Little big shadow on this side. That's good. We'll describe that a little bit later. So I'm going to take a look at the top over here. Have a little gray color. Right in the forehead. That's good. The whole thing in the shadow. Okay, the forehead over here. And we're going to describe the this here, the sideburn, a little bit later. So I'm going to have this a little bit softer. That's good. Now I'm going to see a little bit red into the shadow side on the face over here. And I'm going to just put a little red color over here. That's good, including the ear. Okay, coming down over here. This is pretty good. And coming on the neck, also the similar color. I'm going to see that a little reflection light under the chin. Okay, there you go, like that. That's good. Okay, that's good. Now coming here, look at it again. Okay, leave a little bit light, little gap. Okay, coming all the way over here. Now coming down over here. Okay, you can use this color to wet this space. Okay, that's good. Wonderful, that's good. So using this color as wet the area. Coming over here. Come down all the way down. Take a look at the shoulder. Okay, now coming back to the face over here, need to be kind of connected. So I'm going to have a little bit gray color over here. And coming from the eye, coming down over here, the nose, at the bottom of the nose. That's the nostril, a little bit darker, like this. It's okay, we don't have to make it look finished. We can come back to working on the details in a bit. Okay, make this a little bit darker. So this is good, like that. I'm gonna keep that a little bit lighter right here. So it's good enough. And now I'm gonna continue coming down. Take a little bit red over here on this side, this arm. Okay, here you go, like that. Wonderful, that's good. And take a look at the shape. Now coming up over here. Okay, just think about warm and cool, how to make this looks wonderful. Look vibrant and balance. Okay, take a look at this side. I'm gonna have a little bit red, but also have a little bit gray. So we just have the yellow and the blue color. Okay, right here. Here too. Just take a look at the shape of the shadow. Okay, that's good. Okay, coming down over here. That's good. And a little shape. That right over there. This is good. Okay, and the other side have a little bit red. So it need to be a little bit lighter as well. I'm gonna have this. Okay, we'll come back to describe that with a little bit more contrast a little bit later. So on the bottom over here, have a little bit gray color right there. Okay, that's good. Okay, here you go. And make it a little bit darker at the bottom. This is good. Now at the top over there, can have a little bit more red. Okay, have a little bit red right here. Okay, like this. This is good. And coming back here. All right. Look at the top. This is good. So this is color. Very nice. I'm gonna come back to give it a little bit more, a little bit later in a bit. So at the bottom over here, now I'm gonna continue with this almost the gray color, but have a lot more red. I'm gonna take a little red in here, like this, and here you go, right from here. Yeah, like this. This is good. Okay, and take a look at that, and the color is going to change. Okay, that's from this a little bit darker, coming down over here. This is good. Now the color is going to change. I'm going to take a look at that. The color is going to get a lot, much red. There's a lot more red, like this. Okay, here you go. Like that. Very quickly, it's going to dissolve into the blue color. Make it look like very transparent. Okay, here you go, right here. Here you go. Now I'm gonna have the color right here move over. Now some of the red extended a little bit more, but some are just going to transition into the blue. That's just good. All right, now I'm gonna take a look at the bright red shade blue color. Now I'm gonna take a look at right here. That's good. Have a little bit more. They have a little bit blue right next to the arm. Okay, that's good. Have a little bit light blue over here too. Okay, connected to. That's good. Now have a little bit soft. This is good. A little bit softer, like that. And take a look at from here. I'm gonna have the blue color connecting into the skirt color. That is good. Have a very soft transition. That's good. Like that. Okay. And get a little bit more. Here you go, like this. That's good. And the whole thing over here is look a little bit a lot softer, like that. I'm just going to brush the color a little bit softer, but right in here. And take a look at some of the fold, a little bit skinnier, like that. That's good. And some little fold, like that. Don't have to do exactly look like that. Just pick up the ideas, the softness. I'm gonna keep that a little bit soft right here. I'm gonna have that feeling a little bit soft, and also a little bit fold. I'm gonna have a couple lines like that. That's good enough. I'm gonna see this. That's maybe a little bit too much, so I'm gonna soften it a little bit. That's just good. Gonna have that a little bit color. Continue. That's just pretty good. I like the feeling of being very soft here. So I'm gonna have this, make it softer, like that. That's just good. All right, I'm gonna take a look at here, make it a little bit softer. Okay, that's just good. I'm gonna have this coming. This is nice. It's a little bit more clear, but doesn't have to be very clear. So I can connect to the edge over here. Keep that little light shape over here. That's just good. And this very nice. And now you can see the warm color. Now I'm gonna have actually a little bit more red over here, coming down from here a little bit more, and just drag it down and make this feeling a little bit more connected. Okay, here you go, like this. A little bit more red. That's good. Okay, that's good. Here, a little bit softer. Yeah, coming up over here, connected. And under the hand, the arm over here can be a little bit more red. Okay, here you go, like that. A little bit brighter. That's good. Okay. Now it's pretty good. The color come together very nicely. And we're going to have this. Okay, have this color. Now fix the color. This already dry already. So I'm going to have this a little bit darker. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to have this change the plane for the elbow. Here you go. Like that. That's very nice. One thing at a time. Okay, and then I'm going to gradually lead it to a little bit red. So I'm going to start over here, coming. Now gradually merge these two colors together, the wet into wet. That's good. Like that. See, very interesting. And I am going to use this color also, a little bit more blue. And for the shirt, I'm going to have a little bit yellow too. That's just good. Right here. Okay. But it kind of touch a little bit. That's okay. Like that. Coming in over here. That's good. I'm going to leave the light side of the hand over here. That's good. That's good. Now take a look at some of the light shape. You really want to reserve it. That's just good. Coming over and coming onto this side. Keep going with this gray color and coming down here a little bit more. Here you go, like this. Okay, nice. And some of the light shape you can see of the decorations. Okay, this is good. A little bit at the front over here. Also see. Here you go. Just paint over. And the middle. It's okay. You can just make it all the same color. That will be fine. Like this. Okay. And the shoulder over here, I have a little bit more of this gray color too. So I'm going to have this on and then spread the color. Okay, very soon we're going to working back to the skin on the shoulder. And we can describe a little bit lighter shape for the for part of the dress. Okay, this is good. Right now, it's good enough. Now I'm going to at the bottom over here using the same color over here and describe the separation right over here. Now we can make it a little bit more clear, but you may not want to make it too clear. Yeah. Okay, this is good. Is that the color too dark? So you can think about it. Okay, right now I'm gonna have the little bit darker green gray color again. Come back over here. Okay, like this. Okay, that's good. Okay, now I'm gonna have a little red here, make in the middle over here, a little bit softer. Okay, this is good. We don't have the very clear, so I have this color and some more merged together. A little bit more red over here. Okay, a little bit more red. Couple. That's good. I like that. So a little bit softer here. Okay, that's wonderful. That's good. I'm gonna have a little bit blue color over here too. Make sure that's a little bit more blue outside the arm. Okay. Okay, but don't want to be too much. Okay, over here, a little bit softer here too. Like that. Feel a little bit soft edge right here. I'm gonna have this connected up over here. Okay, that's good. Like that. All right, this is pretty good. Painting is all about how to get all the balance together. So now the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm working on this girl right over here. And I'm going to just start from the forehead coming down. And take a look at that. And the forehead have a little bit red. So I'm gonna just have a little red in the mid-tone over here. Okay, that's good. That's a little shape. And I'm gonna come back to mix the red and the blue. Always with these three colors. And a little bit yellow. Okay, always the three colors. And here you go. A little bit gray, a little bit more blue. This is good. Take a look at right in the middle over here. Okay, that's good. Now I'm gonna have this coming down to the area of the eye. And the best way to observing it would be looking for the shadow shape. Okay, light and shadow. So I'm gonna over here. There's the color a little bit too much coming in. So let's soften that, move the color a little bit away, and coming all the way to the hair. Okay, the hair going to be darker, so I'm gonna describe that. Now I'm gonna take a look at from here coming down, have a little bit tiny, a little bit red. This is good. Like this. I'm gonna coming down. Look for, just carefully look for the shape. There's the eyebrows area a little bit higher. Look for that. Okay, how much? You're gonna get a little bit more to the left side. That's just good. Right here, take a look at the nose. Okay, that's good. That's good. Now coming to the nose over here. Now we're gonna get, the whole eye is in the shadow, so don't leave the eye white. Okay, it will look very odd. Look at this shape. That's good. All right, looking at the whole shape is that easy, right? Now I'm gonna take a look at the nose over here. It's just the clean brush. Just use the water. Just coming down a little bit. Have that a little bit softer coming down. That's good. The nose over here a little bit lighter. That's good. And a lot better now. If you want, you just light it up a little bit. If they're too dark, light up a little bit more. And as feeling this shape can come out a little bit more. Here you go. Now you can have this a little bit lighter. Take your time. Okay, you can have the time. Okay, coming over here. Have this connected to this color. Now still focusing on the shadow side. Okay, this the same side over here. Coming back over there, I'm gonna get a little bit blue, a little bit green color. You're seeing that this shape, a little bit more green. Okay, see that? Got blue and green color, but it need to be darker. Okay, blue and green color. Okay, connect from the top over here. Okay, here you go. Can soften that. That's good. Now quickly, it turn back to a little bit red. So I'm going to take a little red color. Coming back over here, softer. connection. This is good. I'm gonna have this also coming into the cheek. Okay, this is good. And to the ear, also a little red. Now right under, we're going to change that a little bit lighter. So I'm gonna have this as a tip, a little bit darker over here, but right under, this shape, I'm going to have a little bit lighter. Take a look at that again. That's good. Okay, now right under here, a little bit lighter. Also have a little bit cooler color, so a little bit greenish. So I'm going to take that a little bit yellow. Okay. And at this point, try to do what you can, but we're going to come back with a little adjusting and to see whether or not there's going to be too much. Okay, and take a look at over here, a little bit more green at the bottom. That connect to that. That's good. I'm going to have that a little bit softer. And edge over here a little bit softer. That's okay. Okay, this color coming down over here, remove a little bit, so a little bit softer coming down over here too. Okay, now from here down, I'm gonna connect that with a little bit gray color. So I'm gonna a little bit more blue again, some yellow, and also a little bit red. Okay, that's is good. A little bit red. Oop, too much. Okay, now we're only going to mix this a little bit in here. This is good. Now take a look at right here, a little bit darker. That's showing the light area. So I'm gonna have this a little bit darker over here, like that. Okay, I'm gonna not include that a little bit catch the shadow. It's a little bit too sharp. Okay, a little bit too much. Now I'm gonna come in over here. Here you go. And coming to the front. Now here we go. Alright, I'm gonna get a little bit red coming down right here. And the shoulder also have a little bit blue greenish. Okay, I'm gonna come back here. Mix this. You see, everything is coming from these three primary colors. Okay, that's good. Right there. And quickly, and coming into the red. Okay, a little bit more red on this shoulder. Okay, that's good. Okay, now I'm gonna leave the light for the strap. Okay, that's good. Right here. That's good. That's okay. Coming here. Like that. That's good. I'm gonna have this. That's good. Right here. Now take a look at the shoulder here. It's still part of the shadow, so it's okay. So I'm gonna just use the water coming down over here. So the skin tone is not just the red, because it need to be consider how that affected by the environment. So I'm gonna have that little green color over here. Okay, a little bit more green down over here. Got a little bit more blue and the yellow. Okay, just as good on this side. A little bit more the green coming here, and it will change a little bit warmer. Okay, here we go. Here is still a little bit more green. Okay, now change it to a little bit more red. Here we go. I'm gonna have a little bit red over here on the left side. Okay, here we go. So through this exercise, you can see how I analyze the color. Okay, over here, see a little bit light shape. Okay, like that. And I can lift up a little bit more right here, like that, a little bit light shape. And we can continue, enhance the shadow a little bit. Now take a look at in here. The first gonna go on the finger over here. First I have the red, and quickly it's going to turn a little bit green. Take a look at that. Very nice. Here, like that. And take a look at the shape, the shadow of the knuckle. Okay, that's good. Look at the shape, like a simple shape. Now quickly, this color turn into a little bit more greenish, okay, which is a little bit more yellow and blue, basically. So take a look at that. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. Coming here. Okay, like this. And when they come, I'm going to soften that a little bit over here. Now coming over here, have a little bit more red again. Here you go, like this. And have a little bit darker color, a little bit red over here, connected. There's still quite wet. That's good. Just tap it in. Have a little bit darker color here, and also here too. Come on, have a little bit darker color right on the shoulder over here. Coming onto this side. Okay, here you go. Half of the arm, and let it wet into wet. This is good. That's good. A little bit over here. Now I can actually make this even darker. Right under the arm over here, there's shadow. And get a little bit yellow, a little bit red, and the blue. Okay, that's good. Right here can be darker, and that's the back over here can be a little bit lower. That's just good. Like that. We talk about that, how to also draw a little bit lighter shape and describe the folds. Okay, that's good. Like this. Okay, a little bit more coming connected here. Okay, a little bit connected right here. That's good. Okay, like this, connected down over here. This is good. Now gradually, and by having the dark color around, so you can see the lighter color fold gonna coming over here. Yeah, this is okay. Stop there. And over here we're gonna get a little bit darker, but we don't have to do it right now. And that's just good. I'm gonna have this a little bit lighter, softer. That's good. Make it remove a little color. Okay, here you go. Like that. Okay, and we can leave a little bit light color. And the outside over here, look at that. Is if you want this a little bit wider, and you can just lift up a little color, and that's it. That's just very easy and simple. Okay, it's just watercolor. Just light it up. That's just good. I'm gonna have this also light it up a little bit, like this. That's just pretty good. Okay, gradually, directly. That's just wonderful. I'm gonna working on the other arm. I'm gonna take a look at the color over there. There's red and yellow. Okay, a little bit orange, and but just orange is not enough. I'm gonna have a little bit blue. Okay, too much blue. That's just good, right there. Get a little water. That's just good. It just think about the three color. You know, when you're looking at any color, and that you want to mix, you want to looking for that, oh, how can I see that red, blue, and yellow in that color? Okay, here you go. Coming over here. That's good. Also, keep that little gap in the middle over here. That's just good. And have a little bit color over here. That's good. Now coming down and all the way over here. Now I want to change the color. Both think about the value of the color, dark and light of the color, as well as think about the different amount of yellow, red, and blue. So now I'm going to get a little bit more yellow over here and take a little color from here, and then this is good. A little bit more red. This is good. Now I'm going to have that coming all the way here. Here you go. A little bit softer. Also can be a little bit lighter. So I'm going to actually clean the brush and just use the water and maybe a little yellow, okay, like that. Okay, with this a little bit lighter, like this. Here you go. Here you go. I'm gonna still need to make it a little bit lighter. So over here, I'm gonna move the color up a little bit. That's good. A little bit lighter like that, and have this coming down a little bit over here. Here you go. Now a little bit lighter in here. That's good. That's good. I'm gonna continue that. Take a little bit of this color. Take a look at describe the finger. Okay, looking at the whole shadow side first. Take a look at that's good. That's finger over here and the thumb on the side over here. Okay, the thumb right here. Like that. Coming in here. That's good. Now see the edge over here. A little bit darker, but we don't have to make it all so dark. Just continue with that shadow side that makes the color. And take a look at right here. There's the shadow of the second finger. Okay, coming over. And here you go. That's good. That's good. Keep thinking about just shape. And the third finger. Okay, connect that in here. Leave it just a little bit light. Okay, here you go. Coming over here. And the last finger. A little bit darker. And here you go. Like that. Connect down here again. Can be a little bit more red, a little bit more blue, can be a little bit darker, but definitely have the red in it. So here you go. So wrap around, and we can come back to describe a little bit more clear. Okay, here you go. And take a look at here, a little bit darker here too. That's just good. And also in here, we're going to describe that a little bit darker as well. A little bit darker, gradually turn to a little bit lighter, like that. Okay, a lot darker. Get a little bit blue and the red color. Okay, I'm gonna have this a little bit darker right on the edge over here. This is great. Now, anyway, with that, we can see most of the colors already covered. That's pretty good. Here has a little bit kind of texture, so I can soften that a little bit more. Okay, I don't need that to be so clear. Okay, that's good. Now I can describe a little bit darker and get a little bit more yellow in it. So we can describe this color. And that's good. A little bit darker right here. This already dry, so very good. I can make it a little bit more clear right over here too. Okay, a little bit over here too. That's just good. I can make this even darker. Like that. Wonderful. A little bit over here, coming over. So that's just good. Some need to be clear, some need to be softer. Like over here, I'm gonna have this coming up a little bit softer. I'm gonna have this describe a little bit softer. Okay. Connect it into this side. Okay, over here too. Have that coming up. This is good. Okay, and the front over there, I have a little bit red, kind of red mixed into it. So see that there's right here. That's good. Connect that over. That's good. Like that. And coming down. This is good. I'm gonna have that nice shape. Okay. And let's take a look. The finger over here looks pretty good, but I am going to need a little red. Let's see. This side. I also have cast shadow. Here you go. Like that. And here you go. That over here. That's good. A little bit red. And the bottom over here, this one, I'm gonna have a little bit red first. And this get out a little bit more. Okay, that's good. Okay, the finger over here need to be a little bit more red. Okay, in the shadow. Okay, like that. That's good. Okay. Now I'm gonna continue refine this a little bit more. I'm gonna have this, and need to have a little bit more darker, a little bit green. Okay, and when it's closer to it, I'm gonna have a little bit red. Okay, this is good. Have a little bit red. Okay, a little bit more clear red. That's good. Okay, here we go. Okay, now coming here to draw a little line. That's good. A little line, separate the finger. Okay, here we go. And a little line over here. Like that. And this is good. And the same thing over here. This already dry enough. I'm gonna draw a little bit, separate. Like that. Here you go. There's a little bit darker. Coming around over here. This is good. There's a little bit darker over here. Sometimes you want to have less. So sometimes you want to give it enough. It's just not enough. Okay, this is good. Like that. And okay, on this arm, I'm going to have just slightly a little bit darker, showing this the tone right here. Here you go, like this. That's good. Little bit tone, a little bit shadow. Now enhance that, the feeling of that light. Okay, have that a little bit green. like this. This is good. I like that. So down over here, this is good. I'm gonna have this coming a little bit more here. That's good. Like that. And we're gonna give the bottom over here a little bit more clear so that we can describe the separation a little bit better. Okay. All right, this is pretty good. I'm gonna come back with the flat brush, do a little adjusting on the skirt. Okay, this is good. Now I'm gonna just using this 45-degree with this brush, like just the tip of the brush. I'm gonna just soften that a little bit. If some of the texture become unnecessary, you need to use this larger flat brush and be able to reorganize that. Otherwise, it could look dirty. The dirty feeling is mostly caused by the texture, unneeded texture, and as well as the color, and maybe the wrong color value, and so on. So this is good. Always come back to think about the bigger connection. So I'm going over here, I'm going to have that a little bit softer over here too. Give the edge a little bit softer of the very soft materials. Okay, this is good. Like that. I'm going to have this even softer. Okay, this is good. I'm going to have this a little bit softer. Like that. That's kind of interesting. Okay, that's good. And also make it a little bit softer over here in the transition. You don't need to be like very, very soft. You're going to keep quite a bit of interesting contrast. Just think about, give a little shower like that. That's very good. Over here too, this light color, it coming up a little bit, connected to the top. And the whole watercolor painting, doesn't matter how simple or complicated, you always think is simple balance. Okay, this is good. Now see that little bit leading the shape into the person. This is good. Okay, this is good. On the other side, we also need to give a little bit softer on here, because making sure that the feeling that's the part of the skirt. Okay, this is good. That's wonderful. That's coming softer. Like that. That's good. And I can have this, the edge over here, a little bit like that too. Okay, like this. Showing the curve. This is good. Alright. And looks like everything looks come together very nice. This maybe this shape a little bit too hard. So I'm gonna have that a little softer, a little bit like that. I think this, the color coming down a little bit too much too. So I'm gonna light it up a little bit. Okay, this is good. Like that. And I'm gonna have this, the edge a little bit softer here too. Okay, this is good. All right. And the next thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna revisit the background. I think I'm going to make the top even darker. So I'm gonna do the second round, do the Prussian blue and the red. Okay, I'm gonna have this even darker. I'm gonna coming down like this. Okay, coming down over here, top of the head. So that's good. And take a look over here too. I'm gonna have a little big shape coming down like this. Okay, that's good. Like that. Coming down like this. This is good enough. Now I'm gonna use just the blue color. Connect that down like this. Okay, coming down over here a little bit more. That's good. That's good. Okay. A little bit softer. Coming at the bottom over here. And this area, I'm gonna have a little bit blue color. And just have a little bit blue color. Make it a little bit softer. Connect that over. That's good. Look at the corner over here. Make it a little bit softer too. That's as good. Now, pretty nice. I'm gonna have this. I think this is fine. So I'm gonna have a little bit blue, and just make sure that maybe have a little bit more, like seeing the bottom of the may not want that much. Okay. I'm gonna have this a little bit softer like that. That's probably good enough. I'm gonna have that lift up a little bit more. That's probably good, and keep it soft enough. And the top over there, also gonna have a little bit blue color. Okay, coming down like this. Okay, here you go. That's just good. Alright, now it seems like everything come together pretty nicely, and it's very easy. We're going to walk into it a little bit more details, and it would everything come together and look a lot more finished. So I'm gonna get a little bit yellow, that right here, get a little bit red, too much, get a little bit yellow. That's is good. Now I'm gonna just put a little bit shape, a little bit detail right in here. Okay, just a little bit, not too much. That like this. This is good. Okay, that's very good. I'm gonna have that little bit darker color right here with this color. Make that a little bit more clear. Okay, that's just good. And now come to the arm. I'm gonna take a look at the arm. Is red mixed into this. This is good. Okay, that's dark enough. Now I'm gonna take a look. And right in here. That's good. Coming in over here. That's good. See the shadow. Okay, that's wonderful. Look at that. Now I'm gonna have this softer. Okay. And I'm gonna bring this color in here too. Like that. This is good. Now I'm gonna have this just a little red. What is just a little red? Now I'm gonna connect that color. Okay, a little bit softer. Coming out here. That's nice. Okay, that's good. And also on the arm over here, just a little bit lighter of this color. Look at that right here. Like that. Nice. Okay. And I'm gonna have just a little bit red into this shape, the shadow shape. We need to come back to give it even more, a little bit more small shape for details. But this is good. Preparing the whole shape over here, this finger over here too. A little bit more, a little bit dimmer, like that. This is good. Just with a little red color. That's good, like that. All right, now we're going to come back to take one more look from the face. Now coming down over here, let me take a look at this color. And maybe too darks. I don't want it to be too dark. And the face here, just a little bit. Now take a look at right here. Like this. Okay, that's good. Take a look at that nose. That's good. Okay, that's another round of wash. And this need to be softer. That's a little bit more. Coming a little bit softer. This is good. Like that. Nice. And I'm gonna make this a little bit softer on the edge to prepare for the hair. This is gonna be much darker. I'm gonna put another darker color, would make it look like the hair. Okay, that's good. Okay. Okay, that's good. Make a little bit edge, the blue color. And now I'm gonna have just a little bit darker color. Take a look at the side of the nose, right here. Like this, pretty good. That top over here, even darker, but we're gonna leave it a little bit later. Now on the chin, also a little bit darker as well, so a little bit gray. Now take a look at the chin right here. Just keep looking at the shape. Okay, the shape. Okay, right there. Okay. With this shape, nice. Now I'm gonna have very soft blue color here, like this. Here you go. Now coming over here. Now when you paint around, a little bit lighter color, and it would make it more light. Now over here, first with a little blue, coming here, and then turn into a little bit more red. Okay, here you go. A little bit more red here. Look at which side of the brush that you're gonna use. Okay, that's good. And but up over there still a little bit blue. So I'm gonna have a little bit more blue. That's good. Okay, right here. Like that. Here you go. Now I'm gonna have this color coming down gradually with just a little bit red down over here. Okay, here you go. Right here. Connect that. Now it becomes a little bit darker. Now this is good. Now with this layer, we can make it okay. Now I'm gonna take a look at it. Has a little bit red onto this side. This a little red, but quickly I'm gonna come back to do this a little bit later. Okay, but this is gonna be very good color for the light already. Now I'm gonna take a look at a little bit bluish, right here. Okay, I'm gonna put that right on the shoulder over here. I'm gonna take a look at the strap of this coming over here. Here you go. And I'm going to put that there. So with the darker color around it, you make it feel like that it become lighter. Okay, that's lighter materials. That's good. A little bit more blue. Like that. Wonderful. And the color close over here now. Get a little bit more red. Here you go. Like that. Here you go. Now this is good. Now it's the collarbone over here. And get a little bit more red. You can see the color, how it actually changed from a little bit more red to a little bit more blue and so on. That's right here. Can be a little bit darker. A little bit softer over here. This is good. Now you can see that the strap, the feeling of the strap is very apparent. That's gonna have a little bit red onto this side. And like this, that's good. And on the shoulder, I'm gonna have a little bit blue again. And coming onto this, and a little feeling. That's good. And just get a little tiny red. Okay, here we go. Connect that color coming down here. That's good. Now this shoulder looks pretty good. All right, take a look at the top over here. I have a little bit blue color. And take a look at a little bit tiny blue. Just a little bit tiny blue right in the shoulder over here. Like that. That's good. Okay. Nice. And a little bit blue on this side too. Okay, that's good. And a little bit red connected. So make it feel a little bit softer. Now the inside over here also need to be even a little bit darker. Okay. Okay, that's good. A little bit darker. Okay, the top over there also can be a little bit darker, also be a little bit warmer. Okay, that's good. Like that. Here you go. Now over here on the edge always should look a little bit more red. So when you get a little bit more on the other side, it can be a little bit more blue. So we don't have to add the blue to it. If you just have less red, we feel a little bit more blue. Okay, here you go. Like this. That's good. And okay, this is pretty good. On the shirt over here, I'm gonna also have a little bit darker. So get a little red here first. Okay, that's a little bit darker. You see that? So a little bit darker, a little bit softer as well. So I'm gonna have this, have a little edge. Okay, like this. Here you go. That's good. Now I'm gonna clear it. That's over here a little bit softer. Also on this side, also softer. Gradually moving a little bit over. That's just good. That's gonna top also have a little bit darker as well, right here. Okay, and give it very little tiny suggestions right here, a little bit line, also a little line over here too. That's good, like that, all the way to the top. That's good. All right, now I'm gonna give it a little bit more but not really, really dark, but just a little bit more over here. A little bit more clear. That's the arm. Alright, now I'm gonna just give it a very subtle suggestions for the fingers, like right here. Gonna have which one first? I'm gonna take this one. Okay, here you go. Like that. One. Another one. So just like a painting and anything else, it always start from the larger shape. Then the smaller and smaller. Okay, that's good. Okay, and the other side, it's okay. Just keep it like that. I'm gonna have this little big shadow. Now take a look at this finger. There's a little triangle. Like that, and a little big shape over here, the knuckle over here, the shadow. Like this. Coming over. Oh, here you go. There's a little shape. Like that. Okay. And take a look. This, and then the last finger. There's a little bit darker. Like that. This is good. And this also can be a little bit darker as well. Okay. Now, this looks pretty interesting already. I'm gonna have that a little bit red and coming out. This knuckle coming out a little bit more. And coming out a little bit more. Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay, like that. And I can also add a little red, a little bit more red, a little bit brighter red. Okay, a little bit brighter red right here. Like that, showing that finger. That's good enough. Okay, and the top over there on the arm. And I'm gonna have this little bit more red. Okay, here you go. That's good. I can have this also a little bit darker too. Okay, like that. And over here, this whole arm a little bit more red. Okay, here you go. That's good. Can have this also a little bit more red, like a little wash of the red color. That's good. And also here have a little bit more red. So you got to relate all this together. You cannot just look at one place, all has a little bit more red, and you can extremely making it too absolute, just red. Okay, the cheek over here, a little bit more red as well. Okay, like that. Okay, that's good. And I'm going to do another round of here so we can make the finger over here a little bit more clear too. Okay, here you go. Here you go. Now coming in a little bit more like that. That's good. All right, and give it a little bit coming out like that. Okay, this is good. Softer at the edge. Okay, now come back to this hand. Now I'm gonna define this a lot better. Now I'm gonna have this, get a little yellow color mix into this. Okay, a little bit more, like a little bit darker. And here you go, a lot clear right here. Change the angle a little bit, coming in a little bit more. That's good. Coming in a little bit, but the bottom over here need to come out a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come back with the flat brush. Okay. Now I'm gonna expand this down a little bit. That's good. And then I'm going to rebuild it after. So this is also a little bit too harsh. So make that a little bit softer. It's a lot better now. That's softer. Now I can rebuild that in minutes. Okay, that's good. Make that a little bit softer here too. That's good. And very easy to keep the better feeling. And also the arm over here, I can make this a little bit softer too. Just make it a little bit softer. Also make this come out a little bit more. And also the color more interactive. Okay, that's good. Like that. Okay, doesn't need to be very clear. That's just good. All right, it's very good. Now we're gonna spend some time having fun with the face and then coming back to fix the arm and anything else that it need to be addressed. Okay, this is good. Okay, let's take a look at their face. And I'm gonna working on this face first. So when you think about working on the face, it's still all about the shapes. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna take a look at here. Need to be okay, a little bit softer coming over here. That's good. Fill in the shape over here. That's a little shape over here. Okay, just fill in the shape, the shadow. Especially, I'm gonna have a little bit red. Okay, get a little red. Okay, add the nose over here. Okay, look at that. The nose. Here you go. That's good. This is good. Like that. Now take a look at the eyes is good, but I'm gonna have just a little bit cool color on the shadow over here. Okay, take a look at that right here. Just a little soft color. Okay, that's good. And I want this a little bit lighter. This is color still flash, so it's very easy just to remove it or maybe soften it, make it a little bit lighter. Right, that's pretty easy. This can be softer if we can. So anything that you do, like a little lifting, a little bit more color, it always connect to the vision that you have in your mind. Okay, this is good. Now I'm gonna take a look at the little bit red color for this smiley area. Okay, on the cheek. Now I'm gonna take a look at here. Take a look at the nose first. Okay, that's good. How far this shape to the eye is also important. So here, take a look at. Okay, that's good. Wrap around. Now I'm gonna take a look at this coming down. That's good. That's good. Look at the larger shape before we're going to look at this inside. Have some shape different, a little bit darker. Okay, but a little bit later. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at here. Coming down. Pretty good. Okay. And I want to make this a little bit softer. I don't think it needs to be so dark. Just wash it a little bit. All right, this is good, perfect. And When I think about whether or not there's enough red, I'm gonna add a little bit more red in here. Okay, that's good. Like that. Okay, stop it. That's good. Now I'm gonna have a little bit more red color for the lip. Okay, that's good. Right here, a little bit higher a little bit. Okay, and right here. Okay, that's good. And the upper lip over here. That's good. Coming over all the way to the corner. That's good. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's zoom in to see a little bit more clear. And let's look inside the mouth. The mouth has shadow. It's very important. It's the same color as the top over here, which is a little bit cool color. So I'm going to take this color and put it into the shadow side. If you don't put the shadow in, it maybe look a little bit odd. Okay, I'm going to put this a little bit shadow into the mouth. That's just good. Okay, can be even darker. Okay, a little bit darker. Right in here. That's good. Like that. And while we are waiting over there, we're going to go to the corner of the mouth. Now it's ready to give a little bit darker. Just a little darker, also a little bit cooler too. So a little bit more blue in it. And with more practice, you can see colors much faster and faster. Okay, don't worry about, oh, I don't see it now, and I think I'm not good enough. You will be good enough. Need more practice. That's a little bit darker over here. Either get used to the thinking about the 3 color. Okay, that's good. And this a little bit darker. I'm gonna have that little bit deeper color. Get a little bit blue in here. Okay, this is good. Get a little bit red. A little bit red. This is good. Alright, take a look at inside over here. There's a little bit darker. That's good. And take a look at, we can enhance the shape. And the outside edge over here. That's good. Alright, now I'm gonna come into the corner over here. So this mouth, the corner over here, a lot darker. I'm gonna have a little bit more red and the blue together. Okay, take a look at that. That's good. Coming a little bit darker down over here. Now working into the lower lip color. Like that. That's very good. And also a little bit more darker on the upper lip. Okay, right here. Right here. That's good. This upper lip a little bit thicker. That's good. Open up a little bit. And I'm going to use a little bit just the red. Okay, you got just the red. Right here. Like that. Now the same thing for the lower lip of the mouth. Now I'm gonna put this, just the red coming over. That's good. That's good. Okay. A bit like that. We're gonna have a little bit lighter color, a little bit later. Now I'm gonna take a look at inside of the corner of the mouth. And take a look at here. Okay, right here. Just the shape. Okay, smaller shape right here. See that? That's very important. Okay, like that. Now I'm gonna take a look at inside over here, the T. Okay, that's the corner over here. And coming a little bit more darker over there. That's the good. And I'm gonna have slightly a little bit more, even more darker, a little bit gray, coming right here, like that. It's good. And up to you whether or not you want to have the bracelet. That over here, I'm gonna have that a little bit shade like that, showing the separation of the upper and lower T, like that. There's some catch the shadow for the lower T. That's good. Okay, and we're gonna come back to that. Let's go into at the chin area we need to show. So we need to start over here. Okay, that's the shape right over here. Okay, here you go. Right over here, like this, coming like this, and continue to here. Now we show the change of the form on the T on the chin by having this shape. Now a lot more clear, like that. Okay, have this a little bit softer here. Connect that over. That's good. And we also can enhance that by having a little bit darker color right under here too, like that. Here you go. That's good. Now we take a look at the eye. Now time for the eye. Look at the color a little bit cool. Okay, that's good. Now we're gonna take a look at this eye first. And take a look at the corner of this coming up. Here you go. Like that. And the upper eyelid. Good. And that's good. Like that. Okay, inside the eye, the iris, a little bit darker. Now I'm gonna have a little bit darker with the eyelid. Look at it again, like this. It's good enough. That's good. And the lower eyelid have a little bit more red color, so I'm gonna have that a little bit red, like that. That's pretty good. The upper eyelid over here, and on the other side have a little bit more red and brown color, like that. I'm gonna have this a little bit over, like that. That's pretty good. Okay, now looking at the other eye. So start from the eyebrow right here. Okay, that's good. Like that. Now take a look at the area of the eye. So like this. There's the area of the eye, a little bit darker. Coming here. Let's get down over here. And this is a little bit eye white. Keep it like that. And take a look at the lower eyelid right here. Just look at it again. Don't rush it, because I want this eye just a little bit lower. And the reference is kind of a little bit too high, because the distortion of because the camera very close to the object. Okay, so I'm gonna make that a little bit more proper. And now having this a little bit shadow down over here. Okay, that's just good. I'm gonna have even a little bit darker. A little bit cool, a little bit darker right here. That's good. And eyebrows here too. Okay, that's good, like that. Now take a look at the nose. Okay, give it a few minutes, let it dry for the eye area. And this the upper. That's good. Now this the shadow. Now connect that. Okay, that's good. A little bit more coming over like this. You can see this almost looks like a triangle. Okay, I'm gonna have a little bit warmer starting coming over here like that. Pretty good. And a little bit softer like that. This is good. Now I'm gonna give it a little bit more push. Okay, a little bit push at the corner, and a little more like this. That's good. The corner of the mouth, and there you go. A little bit more push like that. That's just good. Nice smiling. And I need to make a little bit softer. It's okay. That's a little bit softer like that. That's good. A little bit softer on both sides. Okay, now I'm gonna take a look at the nose, and I'm gonna add the color for the nostril. Okay, have a little bit more like a gray color, and take a look. And this can be a little bit lower than what I already did right here. Okay, that's good. That's good. Right there. That's good. And take a look at. That's good. Like that. That's pretty good. And now I'm going to take a look at that area here. Also a little bit darker. It may not be this dark. Now I'm going to use the water. Just get a little gray color. And also on the nose over here, like that, and a bit softer coming here. That's good. Okay, now connect it. That's good. Okay, now take a look at the eye. Inside the eye is ready. I'm gonna get a little bit darker color. Okay, that's good. Right in here. That's the inside over here. Right here. That's good. And coming over. Okay, here you go. A little bit darker. I'm gonna make it even darker. Get a little bit blue and the red color. Okay, this is good. And I'm gonna put, look at the iris right over here. That's good. Now a little bit more clear. This is the lower eyelid over there. And I have a little line over here at the top. A little little bit more clear. And down over here, also a little bit darker, like that. Okay, that's good. And like that. That's pretty good. So the eye is very good, very apparent. That's good. Okay, that's good. Okay, and the nose in the nostril, I can make it even a little bit darker up over here. That's good. Alright, now I'm going to walk into the hair. Right, so far the hair looks like there's no hair. So I'm going to add the blue color up over here. And first I'm going to soften the edge a little bit. Okay, at the top over here. Soften that. A little bit softer. That's good. You see, very easy with this brush. Okay, here you go. And soften that a little bit, so make the color connected easier. That's just good. So I'm going to use just the blue color, the pleasant blue, like this, and this coming down a little bit more, graduate coming here. That's good. And the ear, and coming in a little bit more. That's good, like that. And it's coming in a little bit more. Okay, nice. I'm gonna have just the water to lead the color in, have a little bit softer, like that. That's good. All the same thing over here on the top. Lead the color in, make a little bit softer, like that. Okay, this is good. And the bottom over here, I have a little bit more red color. Okay, like this, a little bit more red, like that. Very good. That's good. And now I'm gonna put the outside even a little bit darker. I'm gonna get just the red with the pleasant blue, and that's too much red. Get a little bit more blue. Here you go. That's just good. This color will be very dark. I'm gonna take a look at the outside shape. That's good, like that. So beautiful. And take a look at that. That's a good suggestions for the shape of the scalp. Okay, here you go. That's good. And hip a little bit more. Coming here a little bit darker. Okay, this is good. I'm gonna have just a little bit more blue. Get a little bit more water. Okay, too much. I'm gonna just get the pleasant blue a little bit right over here. I'm gonna have a little big shape coming in like this. Also the edge over here, a little bit more, showing that a little bit softer transition in. Also the top over here, I'm gonna have a little bit darker coming over here too. Let's shrink the forehead a little bit. Okay, this is good. Right on the top over here, we also gonna have the transition, have a little bit red over here, and graduate. I'm gonna finish this shape. That's a very important shape. Okay, like this. Okay, that's pretty good. Now I'm gonna have to continue, have a little bit more blue, coming a little bit closer. Okay, that's good. Okay, nice. And the top over here also have a little bit blue. Okay, that's good. A little bit softer like that. That's all right. I'm gonna walk into the ear. Add a little bit, not very red, but this is a little bit warmer. Take a look at this one shape. Out a little bit. This. Pay attention to the shape. Okay, the location of this shape. Okay, that's good. Like that. So everything can be easy if you let go of the idea of the person, but more focusing on the shape right here. Here you go. That's coming over. That's good. Coming down over here. That's the ear. That's good. Alright, a little shape under the ear. Okay, also a little bit lighter blue color. A little bit blue. A little bit blue, like a little gray color, right? And the inside over here, that's a little bit coming on the outside. Like this. Pretty good. And wrap around. Okay. Maybe a little bit darker. Right here. This shape. That's good. A little bit like that. And this is pretty good. I'm gonna have this a little bit softer. Just use the water. Just soften it down a little bit. So this is good. The face looks marvelous. Now I'm gonna have this a little bit gray and then turn into red color, a little bit softer. Okay, like that. Very nice. Got a little bit more red in here too. So coming down over here. This nice transition. Okay, that's good. And now I'm gonna continue coming down over here. And I'm gonna come back to the cheek. I'm gonna have a little bit more red. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. That's a little bit up high here. That's good. A little bit more. That's good. And on the nose, I'm gonna have a little bit more the blue color. Okay, here you go. Okay, here we go. Now take a look at the nose here. That's good. Okay. Have a little bit blue. Like that. Okay. Now I want to take a look at the mouth. We have some light red color. And here you go. Right here. Okay, that's good. Like that. Very good. And I'm gonna have that little bit high, lower over here. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna have that coming here like this. That's good. All right, very good. And I'm gonna have that a little bit more round. Okay, get a little bit dark enough color. And I'm going to see that a little bit round over here, so the T is not so sharp. Okay, that's good. Like that. That become very simple. Now I'm going to have this a little bit more red. And take a look at the upper lip at the bottom over here. That's good. Okay, that's good. Like that. And I'm gonna have also a little bit warm color. Connected, it could be the gum in the mouth. And I'm gonna have this a little bit warm, like this. That's good. Keep a little bit soft and simple. Okay. That's very good. I'm gonna also have a little dark color that suggesting the shape of the T, like that, and make it even more specific and personal. Okay, here you go. The shape of the lower lip also need to become a little bit softer, a little bit more round, like that. It will be look more like her, right? This is pretty good. Now I'm going to have a little tiny suggestions for the smiley line, like this. Here you go. A little bit more suggesting, like this. And I think this is pretty good already. And the nostril can be also a little bit darker. Like that. That's good. And over here also I can light up a little bit, expand that a little bit more. Just use the tip of this brush. Just give a little time. You can make it a little lighter. Okay, right here. Okay, let go the wet. Here you go. Just a little bit lighter. Like that. And we can lessen the value over here too. Okay, now take a look at the edge over here. Also soften that a little bit of the outside. Okay, this is good. And a little red outside over here. Over here too. That's very good. I can have a little bit light color over here. Continue. You see that how much detail that you can work on. This can be as much tension, patience that you have. Okay. Okay, this eye can be a little bit darker. Okay. If you're feeling like it, you cannot control the brush as much, just practice a little bit more. Okay. Here you go. That's good. And I think the shape is pretty good. And up over here, you can make it a little bit softer. Just use the water to soften that a little bit more. This is good. Like that. Also, this can be softer here too. Okay. Be patient. You can do it. Okay. Very well. Now we're working over into the next phase. This is good. Now I'm gonna work into the darker area. And would be the eye, right? The darkest area. Take a look at this eye. Right there. Look at it first. Okay, that's good. Look at that eye. Look at that shape. Okay, here you go. Like that. And look at the iris. Work around the shape. The lower eyelid. Like that. And that's good. And the eyebrow. Right here. Okay. That's pretty good. I'm gonna have that a little bit softer. Okay, a little bit softer edge. Okay, that's good. A little bit softer up over here. Now I'm gonna gradually coming up a little bit more. Like that. That would be the shadow. Here we go. Now I'm gonna just use the water to connect down the shadow down over here. This is good. Connect to the eyebrow. Okay, now I'm gonna have this connect to. Just looking for the shapes. Don't get bothered. You see, it doesn't look like the eye. Because we haven't finished the eye. Okay. Right here, a little bit softer. Keep looking at the shape, the shape, the shape. It will be very easy for you to become everything. Just need to describe the shape. Okay. And the nose looks pretty good. There. Now I'm gonna have just a little bit right here about the side of the nose. Let's give a little bit over there. This is good. And before we go further, I'm gonna put a little the red color onto the lip of the mouth, and this is a very prominent. There's a very good shape to start with. That's good, like that. That shape. That's good. And okay, coming down over here. Here and here you go. That's good. Okay. Now I'm gonna only use the red color, very light red color. This is good. And I'm gonna put that color on the side of the nose over here. Okay, like that. Okay. And also the nostril. A little bit more red over here. Okay. Nostril right here. Before I do that, I'm going to just light up this area. I think there's the shape coming in a little bit too much. So I'm going to light up and then come back after you dry. I'm going to have this. There's maybe too small area. That's good. Keep working on that. Here you go. This is good. Wow. Can you see that? This is very amazing. I could not believe that I can wipe it off. And I'm gonna let it dry and come back to working on that shape a little bit. All right, I'm gonna work into over here. I'm gonna look at the chin. I'm gonna have a little bit red color, like this. And actually, I'm gonna remove this color, make it a little bit softer. And really good. Okay, that's good. And the chin, this is good. I'm gonna come back to work into a little bit more into the mouth. The mouth here. Just turn around a little bit. That's good. like that. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm gonna come back to continue working more into the eye. Okay, take a look at this eye. Like just like look at the shape for the next to the nose. Okay, like that. That's pretty good. And here you go. That's the eye. And there's the eye. That's good. The upper eyelid. Here you go. That's a little bit red over there. Okay. Okay, that's the lower eyelid. Like that. Pretty easy. Now I'm gonna have the red color. And the longer development that you have work on the same painting, there is it would testing your patience as well as your confidence. You need to keep trust yourself and keep working on it. Now I'm going to just use the water to bleed this color up over here. Be able to see deeper and deeper. That's very important. Okay, I'm going to have a little bit more blue. Can you see that? A little bit blue on the eyebrows area. That's good. Right there. Okay, this can be a little bit softer. Also a little bit blue. Okay, this is good. And also going to light up the outside a little bit. And while we're doing that, I'm also going to soften this too. It's good to use the flat brush to doing the adjusting. It would force you to see the bigger connection. Squint your eye. Look at the bigger shape. That's good. A little bit softer right here. That's very good. Okay. I'm gonna have this a little bit softer here too. Alright, I'm gonna come back to working on the outside over here for the hair. Okay. Just leave up a little bit color, just a little bit lighter. That's good. Okay, that's good. Very good suggestions. Okay, wonderful. Now I'm gonna have this also lift up a little bit for the hair. Just a little bit lighter, like that. Okay, nice, very soft. Like that. Alright, now I'm going to take a look at the cheek. The cheek is fine actually. It just need to be slightly a little bit higher. So I'm going to just move that out a little bit more. Keep working on that. That's good. We move that color. That's good. Now I'm also going to work on the outside. So I'm also going to soften the edge over here. And when I work on the outside color, it would have smoother. Okay, that's good. Like that. That's great. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to come back to the front a little bit. Now I'm going to work into the hair. I'm going to take a look at the outside over here. Here you go. The hair right over here, the head. That's the shape for the head. Okay, you can see the little suggestions, a little bit darker, and you can sense it. This is the shape of the head. Okay, over here too. Right, a little bit darker. That's good, like that. Now coming down over here, the sideburn. That's good, like that. Okay. Wonderful. Now, at the same time, also give a little suggestions for this head. Okay, give a little big shape. Just a couple shape. That's good. Okay, wonderful. Now take a look at onto the other side. Over here, I'm gonna have that a little bit softer. Just have the water softer, and have that a little bit softer. Now this is good. I'm gonna have that connected. Okay, a little bit softer. That's good. Like that, a little bit softer. Okay, that's good. Coming here. Okay, that's a little bit softer here. Okay, that's a little bit softer coming in over here. That's just good. A bit softer there. Now I'm gonna give a little suggestions to the ear. The ear maybe need to come out a little bit more, but I think this could be okay, could be work. Now I'm gonna have that a little bit more, like a warm gray color. And take a look at that right here. That's good. Like that. Okay, have a little bit more red for this shape. Okay, like this. That's good. And then a little earring. We can do a little scratching if you don't want to use the opaque white. That depends on the purpose of the painting. If you want to join the transparent watercolor, you have the requirement, and then you want to use the other technique instead of the opaque white. Okay, now I'm gonna have this a little bit softer, like that. Okay, that's good. Now, all right, now everything looks ready. Now I'm gonna come into a little bit more red, come back to the mouth. It's just a matter of a few minutes. It's already dry. Okay, now I'm gonna have this a little bit darker, like that. Has interesting shapes. I'm gonna coming a little bit higher. That's good. Now I'm gonna looking at the reshape the nose. Okay, here you go. That's just good. Reshape the shadow. Coming over here. Stop. That's good. Slowly. Now slowly. Softer coming down. Yeah. Like that. That's good. Coming gradually into here. That's good. Now I'm gonna have a little bit darker color. Yeah, for the nostril area. Okay, should be right in here. Okay. That's good. Now we're just gonna have the red color. Just the red for the nostril. Okay, right here. Where is that? Right here. That's good. Like that. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, the natural can be even a little bit lower. Now work a little bit more on the outside. Here, that's good. Like that. That's good. A little bit. And then go a little bit blue. But before we further, now I'm also going to lift up a little bit, making this a little bit lighter. That's good. Like this, a little bit lighter. Also, this come out a little bit lighter too. A little bit shape change in the value affecting your description of the form. Okay, this is good. Now outside, I'm gonna just have a little bit blue color. Just a little bit blue. Okay, a little bit blue right here. Like that. That's good. Like that, that's good. Also the eye over here, a little bit blue. Okay, because affecting by the color of the stage. Okay, now I'm gonna leave this color. Push this color, continue coming up like this. That's good. That's good enough. Also the same thing on the side of the mouth right here. Okay, like that. Coming down also. Okay, keep going. A little bit more. Okay, also the chin over here. A little bit more. Like that. Okay, that's good. Okay. Very well. Now I'm gonna add a little bit more. And the chin over here. That's good. Alright. Now gradually travel back to the nose. So take a look at that again. I'm gonna have this a little bit lighter red. Okay, just wash that a little bit off. That's good. Like that. And now I'm gonna come back to do a little bit more of the eye. The mouth over here, I'm gonna get a little bit more red color. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna take a look at this side. Okay, that's good. Now I'm gonna take a look at the eye. A little bit darker. Start from the iris. Okay, right here. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. That's almost enough. Okay, the front of the eye right there. Okay, that's good. That's pretty good. And I'm going to soften the area outside over here, making sure that's a little bit lighter. Like that. That's good. Make that a little bit lighter. Okay. That's good. And the other eye, the other side, and also keep a little bit darker for the iris. Like that. That's good. A little bit darker right here too. And this just looks very nice already. Now what I want to do, I'm going to have a little bit blue color, making sure there's a little bit soft enough right here. Okay. Also Give a little bit cool color on the outside. And here you go. Little big shape. Okay, that's good. The big details right here. Now outside over here, also have a little big blue right there. That's good. Even a little bit darker. And a little bit over there. That's good. And now I'm working to the outside. I'm gonna have a little bit just the blue color first. The red shade blue color. Because I have quite a bit on this side, I'm gonna actually do a little bit more over here. And I'm gonna have this a little bit smoother. That's good. And now I'm gonna bring this color onto this side of the face. Let's take a look at it. Okay, here we go. Coming in a little bit more in, a little bit straight. That's good. Even more straight. In a little bit more. And this come up a little bit more. Okay, that's good. Like that. And the bottom over here can come in a little bit more too. Like that. That's pretty good. I'm gonna have this color, spread it. Okay, I'm gonna have this a little bit more clear. That's good. And also I can refine, make this a little bit smoother. And take a look at the forehead. Coming in a little bit more. Like that. And come in slightly, even a little bit more, like that. That's pretty good. Now I can spread this blue color. That would be great. Okay. Here you go. Spread the color a little bit more. And I can make this a little bit softer too. And the hair. Okay, that looks very good. Very easy rescue. Okay, and on the shoulder, I'm gonna have a little bit more red. Okay, that's just good. I like that. Have a little bit more red over here. Give a little bit more warm and cool contrast. And also give a little bit more vibrant. Okay. That's good. A little bit lighter here. Okay, now on the neck, I'm going to give a little bit cool color. So I'm going to get a little bit blue right there. Okay, right here. See that there's neck. Very interesting. Coming up over here. And also in the chin over here, coming over. So we can see this shape. It has some nice reflection. Okay, like this. And here you go. Bleed the color over. Okay, on the cheek, we want to have a little bit red. Have a little bit red style right here. Okay, like this. Okay, that's good. Alright, now have a little bit warm color. Okay, that's good. And the top over there should be a little bit more blue. So have a little bit blue right in here. Like that. And see the corner of the outside of the nose. Now I'm gonna coming back here to this a little bit darker. Okay, that's good. And then going up, join that shape. Okay, right there. Okay, that's very good. The nostril. Now I'm gonna add a little big shape, the darker shape. Here you go, right here. And then after that, we have lighter color. Okay, here you go. Lighter color right here. That's good. Here you go. Now connect that up here. And this color a little bit more warmer. So here you go. Like this. That's good. Okay. I think the face already done quite enough. Now we're gonna look at the whole painting, and you're gonna see something you maybe miss. I'm gonna have this a little bit more blue coming in here. Okay. A little bit more blue coming closer, right there. Okay, this is good. On the top over here too, a little bit more blue, like that. This is good. And connect it a little bit more. This is good. A little bit more blue. Yeah, looking at over here. Like that. That's pretty good. I'm gonna have this a little bit darker too. I add a little blue color into it. This is good. The whole shape of the hair. Okay. Like that. And also, and outside over here. This is pretty good. I think the chin down over here, we need to coming in slightly coming in a little bit more. That's good, like that. A little bit more. Now take a look at the neck over here. Need to come in a little bit more as well. Okay, that's good. That's marvelous. Now I'm going to take a look at on the outside over here. We just soften there a little bit. Okay. And then take a look at the ear. I'm going to always scan circular. Coming back to again and again in a different part of the painting. Okay, here you go. Like that. And I'm going to make that a little bit lighter. I don't need to be, this is too dark. Soften that a little bit. Like that. A little bit softer. Like that. That's pretty good. Now I'm going to take a look at, the arm over here. And this can be a little bit darker. Also a little bit darker here too. Okay, like this. That's good. And also a little bit darker over here. And under its arm. Like that. That's good. A little bit darker. Okay, that's good. Just use the red color. And connect it. Okay, that's good. That's good. Like this. Wonderful. Softer. Okay. Now here's is good, but this doesn't need to be so clear. So I'm gonna add this a little bit softer. That's good. Like that. Let's take a look at in here. This is okay. The fingers is okay. Now I'm gonna have a little bit somewhere, just a little bit, slightly a little bit more clear. Yeah, right here. Here you go. There's a little bit darker. That's good. I'm gonna have a little bit more red coming to this knuckle. Okay, that's good. Like that. And it looks like everything come together pretty interestingly. And I just feel there's a little line over here, not necessary. I'm gonna have to soften that a little bit. Okay, just be careful. So I don't need to disturb the outside edge. Okay, that's just good. Like that. And I'm also going to make that a little bit softer here too. Okay, this is good. Like that, a little bit softer. Okay, I like that. Overall edges, like somewhere a little bit softer. Okay, I'm gonna have this even a little bit more clear. Okay, take a look at it here. I'm gonna have this a little bit lighter, like that. A little bit lighter here too. Okay, this is pretty good. Now I'm gonna come back here, look at this side of the I'm gonna have a little bit more greenish gray color. Gonna have that a little bit more greenish. Gonna have that, put it right in here. Okay, here we go. A lot better. Okay, like this. Okay, a little bit softer, like that. Okay, that's pretty good. I'll also give a little suggestions, a little bit soft suggestions. That is the strap right here. Okay, this is good. I'm gonna have a little bit darker over there. That's not too much, like just a little bit. Okay, like that. And that's good. And extend it a little bit more. Okay. And now the finger over here, I'm gonna give just a little bit more. Right in here. Okay, here you go. A little bit here. Extend it a little bit more and then turn. Okay, extend a little bit more and then turn. Like that. Extend a little bit more, then turn. Okay, right here. Okay. This side. Here you go. Now have a little bit softer. Okay, that's good. Like that. And here, inside over here, I have a little bit darker here too. Okay, and there's the thumb. Can describe that. Okay, also on this side, there's the thumb. Okay, and this is good. Right. Now I'm gonna come back here, take a look at this arm. So this arm, I'm gonna have this a little bit greenish color coming here. Here you go, like that. And by having the outside just a little bit sharper, a little bit darker, you can describe that the separation between this and the the hand and the dress a lot better. That's like that. This is good. And so right here, I'm gonna have this coming out softer. Okay, this is good. And by the inside, I'm gonna have a little bit more red at the inside over here. That's good. Like that. Coming over. Okay, this is wonderful. I'm gonna have this joining this shape. Okay. Now over here, joining this shape. Like that. That's good. That's good. I'm gonna have this connected right there. And the top over there, I'm also gonna have the little bit soft. This is color. This the color. Have it over here, softer. Okay, there you go. Like that, much better. Okay. Now this looks pretty good already. Now I'm gonna have another wash from the top. Okay. Another wash from the top over here. Okay, here we go. Now I'm gonna have the little big shadow over here too. And this coming down. And also here. Also a little bit softer over here too. And here you go. And here you go. Now coming over here. Now, that's good. Like that, and pretty good. Now, I'm gonna softer right over here. That's good, like that. Okay. A little bit softer here too, but I don't mind to have it a little bit stronger. But as long as it's not too strong to take away the tension from the faces. Okay, this is good. Okay, that's the paintings is almost there. I love the shape over there. That looks is pretty interesting. Now what I want to do, I'm going to remove all the masking, and then we're going to do the final adjusting. This is good. I'm just going to use my finger. It's very clean and beautiful. Very easy to remove this very thin layer of masking. Now let's see. This is good. And outside over here, I want to actually have a little bit more blue. Just have the red shade blue color. Don't have to be very thick, so I'm going to just have a little bit over here. I'm going to leave a little brush stroke right here. Okay. Like that. And a little bit. Now I'm going to have this, the brush stroke coming out like this. I'm going to have a little bit more like that too. Okay, that's good. And Alright. That's nice. And make that a little bit more vibrant. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna have just a little bit, tiny, have a little bit shape like this in here. Like that. Really like this. Gonna coming up a little bit more. Okay, maybe also have a little bit tiny suggestions. Okay, a little bit more like that. Okay, that's good. So let's give a little bit hint. And the outside over here, also gonna give it a little bit more. So suggest that there's the shape of the arm. Like coming more like this. Okay, here you go. Coming a little bit more, a little bit more. That's good. A little bit more over here. Okay. That's good. Soft. And then the other side. And I'm going to take a look at here on the top over there. A little bit more coming up over here. With this blue color. That's good. Okay. Okay, that's good. So with this a little bit thin wash, make the painting look more cohesive and less dry. Okay, here you go, like that. And that's good. Like this. Connect it. Another wash. Okay, that's good. Even more. A little bit more blue. This is great. And let's take a look at the bottom over here. Maybe have even more blue. That's good. Okay, very nice over here too. I'm gonna have a little bit more blue. Okay, a little bit more. Connecting that. That's good. Over here, a little bit more blue. Connect that in. Okay, this is good. Like that. Very nice. I'm gonna have this a little bit softer, like this. A lot of time you're making the changes based on your feeling, and this is good. All right, and this is good. Now I'm going to painting into those small balls. Okay, let's see. I'm going to paint, look at that. Mostly it's a little bit green shade blue color. Okay, so a little bit green shade blue color. A little bit more like this. I'm going to start from this one. Okay, like this. Here you go. Okay, here we go. That's good. And on this side, I'm going to turn into a little bit red shade blue color. Okay, like this. And having the color a little bit thinner. A little bit dimmer. This is good. Like that. I'm going to keep going with this, but having a little bit more of the lighter, and then turn into this side a little bit darker, like that. Okay, and I'm gonna light up a little bit on the light side. Okay, here you go. Okay, that's good. Now make it appear to be more three-dimensional. Okay, here you go. Here we go. Now keep going. Have a little bit lighter. Coming over here. A little bit lighter on this side. Like that. Also over here. Have a little bit like this. And in the middle, it's a little bit. And we can come back to keep it a little bit shadow. A little bit darker. Okay, this a little bit. And I'm gonna have this one under here. And this one have a little bit more red feeling. So I'm gonna have that maybe affecting by the skin tone surrounding the little bit red over there, but quickly turn into back a little bit blue. That's a little bit too much. A little bit blue. Okay, here we go. Like that. Here you go. That's good. Now over here, a little bit blue. Like that. Have come back over here a little bit softer. And take a look on this side. And here. Have a little bit blue. Now here you go. Now I'm gonna have on this I have a little bit red. And that's good. Have a little bit red over here too. Okay, let it connect together. Okay, that's good. Now I'm gonna soften that on the edge over here. Okay, this is good. Like that. Then I'm going to come to use a little bit blue color and put a little bit right here. That's good. That's a little bit softer. Fade away. Also a little bit over here. That's good. It's good timing. And a little bit over here too. Like that. A little bit over here. A little bit darker. In the shadow. Okay. A little bit darker over here. Like that. Okay. Right here. Like that. Okay, that's good. Now put this over here. A little bit softer. And coming around. So you see a different way of painting the shape. You can start from darker, go with a little bit lighter, or from lighter to a little bit darker. Okay, here you go. Like that. This is good. And the other one, so I'm gonna have almost like there's a whole group over here in the shadow. So I'm gonna have this. This is in the shadow. Like painting that right here. So, and a little bit over here have a little light on the edge, but this one have a little bit more red on the shadow side, right here. Okay, that may be affecting because of the face, right? Right here. Okay, and also on here, a little bit red. Okay, okay, right here, a little bit, and the whole thing in the shadow. Okay, here, and I'm gonna have a little bit blue color. So I have a little bit blue underneath over here. like that. That's good. A little bit blue right here. That's good. And then the whole thing over here is in the shadow. Okay, like that. Okay, that's good. Now the shadow. This one also in the shadow. Just see how things all connected under the big shape. Okay. Now I'm gonna have a little bit more red as well. Like this coming over. Okay, a little bit over here. Okay, now it kind of belongs to the shadow area. Okay, that's good. So I'm gonna have a little bit more blue here too. Here you go, a little bit more blue right here. Not too much, just a little bit. And a little bit over here too. And now this is behind. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. Have a little bit blue down over here. Like that. That's pretty good. A little bit red. Seeing that right here. A little bit blue and the red. Okay, right here. Okay, the shadow side. A little bit lower. Okay, that's good. Let's take a look. Has shadow over here too. That's good. Alright, let's take a look at the other side. And the top over here, it's not just a bright blue color. So I'm gonna have that right here. Okay, that's good. And on this side, a little bit darker. Okay. Then I'm gonna have a little red right in here. Okay. There you go. A little bit softer. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's a little bit softer over here too. Just use the water. That's good. Like that. So inside the shadow over here, and that's actually work out pretty good. Just give a little bit very subtle changed. Okay, here. Like that. That's good. Little shadow. Very subtly. And a little change. Okay, like this too. Okay, a little bit change here. A little bit different. That's good. Okay, a little bit separate. That's just wonderful. Good. And now I'm gonna have also the dark color in here. I'm gonna shrink that shape a little bit. Now shrink the shape. Okay, that's good. Okay, like that. That's pretty good. Now we're gonna continue. I'm gonna take a look at this. A little bit more blue. A little bit more blue. Okay, a little bit more blue over here. That's just good. Now I'm gonna work on the other side. Okay, get a little bit more blue over here. Get a little red too. Okay, here you go. Like this. Take a look at this shape. Okay, that's good. And from there, I'm gonna get a little bit blue coming down over here. like that, and like this. This is pretty good. Nice. I'm gonna continue using this a little bit more, and then go a little bit more blue color. Okay, here you go. That's good. Like that, and look at this shape. And here you go, like this. Okay, a little bit. Keep going. A little bit more. See a little bit shape right here. And actually, this should be just shadow. I'm going to just organize that whole shadow area, like over here, a little bit more shadow, and the bottom see a little bit more red. So we have a little bit more red over here on this side, a little bit more red, okay, like this, and have a little bit light shape, and the rest just a little bit red. Okay, here you go. Now gonna have this, the whole thing, it's just the shadow like this. And now coming a little bit more toward the blue like this, a little bit blue over here. Okay, gonna have this a little bit lighter on the shadow side. Okay, don't want it to be fitting so much into the dress. Okay, here you go, like that. Wonderful. That's a little bit lighter too. Just light it up a little bit. Use a brush. That's good. Also over here, a little bit lighter. Okay, the bottom over here, a little bit lighter too. Okay. All right. That's good. A little bit red. Take a look at the shadow side of this board. Okay, that's good. Like this. And then take a look at this a little bit warmer color. But the whole thing over here is shadow. Okay, here we go. That's just the whole thing over here, shadow. A little bit warmer. Okay, a little bit warmer on this side. Okay, now the whole thing over here in the shadow, also a little bit warmer. Now a little bit away from the body, and it doesn't feel the same intensity of the warm color. I'm gonna just continue using the blue color. Okay, a little bit blue right here. That's good. Okay, here we go. A little bit more blue right here. Okay, a little bit blue right here. Here you go. A little bit blue. Okay, keep going. A little bit blue here. A little bit blue. And keep going. Like that. And so I'm going to use a little bit brighter blue color on this, on the edge facing to the light side. Okay, like that. Like this too. This, have a little bit catch the shadow. Okay, that's good. Like this, a little bit softer. Okay, here we go. The bottom over here. A little bit more blue color. Okay. That's good. Here you go. A little bit more blue. The whole thing on the blue. And this a little bit more blue over there. On the other side, have a little bit warmer. So it can have a little bit warmer. Just get a little bit red. Just still see a little light, but just a little bit warmer, like that. Okay. This is good. A little bit softer, right there. Okay. This is pretty good. You don't want it to be even darker than that. So keep a little soft. Okay, the side over here a little bit softer. And just give a little bit. Okay, not too dark. A little bit. A little bit over here. Like that. That's good. A little bit like that. A little bit darker. That's good. Just a slightly. A little bit darker. Okay, and then I'm going to give the blue color. Okay, a little bit blue. Okay, that's good. A little bit darker. Right here. Okay, this is good. If you also like oil painting, you can see how I do this in another YouTube channel. The link is in the description. I know that life can sometimes be hectic and messy, but I hope that with art, you can relax and just enjoy the moment. I will see you in my next video.